It's super dark. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Oh, hey. How's it going? Feel free to comment.
Yes, say hi, please. We've had a location change for the day. We're at my house, and our puppies are playing. Ish. Frida's being super submissive, and I don't know. I think they're going to be best friends. They just need more time. Luna's kind of dominating Frida, and she's like half the weight.
Literally. Half the weight.
Yeah, 6 to 11.
Yeah.
Hi, Kimberly.
I was like, oh, we already lost a few viewers.
I know, right? We had 4, now we have 2. Interesting.
Is it bright enough, Kimberly? Because it looks kind of dusty or something cloudy, maybe.
Dusty, cloudy. It is a little cloudy here today, just
That's true.
too. So we have plans to update the notes for each of the muted but fine. Okay.
Thank you.
Kind of like us. We have plans to update the notes underneath all the lives too, to tell what we went over and provide links. We should have done that earlier. Hardly, truth. But we haven't yet. So we will. It's on our list.
Yeah. We're gonna be really distracted by 2 dogs wrestling on the floor.
Yeah, they're being ridiculous. Maybe we'll even show you, but it might make everybody dizzy. So
Luna is like stepping on her,
and they're both like in heat too.
Yeah.
So
different stages.
Yeah.
So
ridiculous. Okay,
good
so
times.
thanks
Good
for
times.
coming.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Happy to see you.
Happy to be seen by you.
Right. And we're gonna do this every first Friday at 12:30.
Yeah.
So yay.
And we've got the next couple already scheduled here on YouTube, so you can. I think you can sign up to. I don't know if you get a notice or what, but you can kind of, sign up. So whatever. I don't know. We don't know how it works. It's like we still believe that there are like these magical little creatures inside of our computers doing everything.
Yeah.
So.
Like there's a Fred Flintstone.
Right.
For electricity.
Yeah. That'd be so awesome.
Little
oh my gosh,
hamsters.
that'd be so awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
So we, in typical us form, we just kind of decided what we were talking about 2 seconds ago.
No big deal.
NBT.
Yeah. So should we just start going? Oh yeah, we have to like wrap it up at 1.
Yeah.
Don't tell him, but my middle kiddo is getting student of the month, so I got to go to the assembly.
So exciting.
He doesn't know.
So they don't tell your kids at your school, huh? Or is it just
some
a
of the
teacher by
teachers,
teacher?
Yeah, some of the teachers might, but I've never told my kids, and then they get called up and they're surprised. Or if they see me in the audience, they're like, "Ooh, I wonder who's getting it."
Mine, they used to not tell my kids, but I don't know if it's teacher by teacher at our school too, but yeah, they've been telling them lately. Yeah.
Let's start. Hey,
Hi,
Stephanie. How's it going? We're going to start with Rising Tideosity. Oh, we have a good one. Yes. Okay, I just remembered. Okay, so we're going to talk about Emmy and Samantha and Stitch and Stir, because they did a live. Well, no, it wasn't live. They did a podcast, and it's on YouTube. Stitch and Stir's on YouTube. And would you stop it? And they did. Kimberly. Hi, Emmy.
Oh my God, we're talking about you, Emmy.
Yeah, they did a recording at our knitting guild, and it was amazing.
Oh my gosh,
it was so much fun.
So much fun.
I think it was the start of me having flu, and I was laughing so hard that my chest and body hurt. But other than that, it was really great.
Yeah, you were practically on the ground.
I was.
Yeah. So they've been doing Stitch and Stir for a little over a year, I believe.
Kimberly, that's hilarious.
I know. I love that idea. Kimberly homeschools, and she's gonna have her 2 children compete over Student of the Month every month, which I think is brilliant.
It's genius. It's good parenting.
So Emmy and Samantha have been doing their podcast for, I think, a little over a year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Emmy. And they've done a couple of different location casts. They did it at Oregon Flock and Fiber on the lawn last year. They generally have a drink, like a drink of the day.
Yeah. Also, they met at an open studio. So I feel like I've brought them together.
Yes.
Really
You're like
proud of that moment.
It's like your Tinder. You're like the person Tinder.
I'm a friend Tinder.
You're a friender.
I'm a friender. I actually long distance friended friends Will and Daisy in Austin. Yeah.
My gosh.
So if you need a friend somewhere, I got you.
Unrelated topic. Laura Jean's hanging up the yarn dye-in biz. She's starting a new website. Yeah. So keep it
Friender. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be amazing? who wants to buy this idea?
Yeah.
Because seriously, unless you have kids,
yeah,
and it's hard to meet people as an adult because
it's so hard.
What else? Like if you don't want to go to a bar, which I don't know.
I think a lot of people in our, you know, in the knitting world meet people through like knitting groups or things like your open studio.
Yeah.
But you can't always find those things.
Yeah.
There are some communities that are deserts, you know, as far as that kind of stuff's concerned.
So Friender, it's coming at you.
Friender. I think there used to be something called Friendster.
Yeah, probably.
Back in the day.
So back to Stitch and Stir.
So they're super cute.
Yeah, really good people.
Super cute, good people. We sew with Emmy at least once a month and
ish,
hoping for more.
Yeah.
Last night we were texting about, I was cutting out some stuff and I almost said, I wish we all lived together because then we could talk about this in real life.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's a funny phrase. I know, I don't know them, but I know of them. These people are moving to a commune kind of place and it's religious based. And I was like, oh, they're going to go live on a cul-de-sac.
That is so good.
I felt really good.
Yeah, that's real good.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if we lived on a cul-de-sac.
A cul-de-sac. That sounds kind of bad. A cul-de-craft? A cul-de-craft? We'll think of something. A cul-de-craft. Maybe
we want to live on a cul-de-craft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's in?
Anyways. Stitch and Stir. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Definitely check them out. They're on YouTube.
Yeah. And Samantha has some great designs. That barn door shawl is so cute.
Into our cul-de-craft. We'll just kick everybody out of this neighborhood.
Yes.
Except the crafty people.
You have a really good.
Yeah. It's a little
like a U.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really awesome.
Let's kick them all out. There are a lot of people that could stand to be kicked out of here. We've got some good neighbors, but then we've also got some other neighbors.
Next up. What's on your needles, Shan?
What's on my needles? Well, I was thinking about this earlier, how sock deficient my year has been.
Yes.
And it's been really sad because last year I kept up with the Herstory Sock Club up until the end of the year. You know, knitting socks.
Like October, August. Like
yeah. Like maybe the last quarter. I did a really good job. And this year I am still working. I don't have it right here, of course, because that's how I roll. No.
That's January.
I'm still working on my Beyonce.
Wow.
Yeah. So what's on my needles? I've got a shawl on my needles that is the first pass of a thing that we're going to do together in support of us. And so we'll talk more about it next time because we'll have some samples to show.
Yeah.
And then I also, another thing
it's for June. Too.
It's for June. Yeah. It's going to be published in June.
Yeah.
The other thing I have on my needles are, I think I shared this last time, maybe too, or some of this, but our summertime sock promotion, which is Socks on Vacay / summertime sock knitting extravaganza / craft the parts, is the second sock from that collection in kind of a secret color.
Yeah.
So
also, y'all, I'm sorry. This is like, can y'all see that? I don't know. Can they see that? Yeah. These are dogs and they're being ding dongs. And it's like having toddlers in the room.
Cute,
they're so
though.
cute. But oh my God, a little distracting.
Yeah. Frida's a little freaked out. It's hilarious because
she's going to be so tired. Yeah. Because Luna's just being annoying. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, they're cute.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So cute. They do.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Puppy cam.
No teeth puppies.
Oh, Frida.
Frida's like, I don't know about this thing. Anyway,
I'm sorry. So you have some sock patterns coming out.
I have some sock patterns coming out. I have a collection coming out. It's going to be staggered. It's excuse me. It's like it was last year for my Socks for Busy Bees collection.
Socks on Vacay.
For Socks on Vacay. And it's going to be 3 patterns released every week for 3 weeks starting in the beginning of May. And so it's going to be part of our whole summertime sock knitting promotion, Socks on Vacay, in which we encourage people to knit as many socks as possible over the summer.
Look at that clever little postcard, y'all.
Kimberly.
Yeah. Also, I mean, we did sort of skip ahead to what's in our briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get back to what's on my needles. But if y'all want a sneak peek of what parks we're doing this summer, because y'all know I can't keep secrets.
Yeah.
Is that going to be backwards?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Is it backwards, everybody? Are the words backwards that we share? Guess what?
Guess what, Stephanie? Yeah. So these are the parks that we're doing this summer.
Thanks,
okay,
good.
And they're amazing. I feel like I can brag about our colors because while I'm part of the development, I don't actually make them. My dyers make them, right? So I feel
even if you were making them, you can.
I can still brag. Okay. Yeah. Well, they're amazing, and also, Shannon and I are going to try to visit a few theme parks this summer.
Yeah, we've got so many fun things going on, but for this one in particular, this year yarn shops are going to be brought into the fold of Socks on Vacay. Yep. So if you have a local yarn shop that carries knitted wit, talk to them about joining because it's going to be a blast. There's going to be potentially some little special things for people who take part.
Yeah. Pins and patches that you can only get if you play. And so it's knitted with sock yarn, Shannon sock patterns, Instagram, Socks on Vacay. We have ridiculous categories like
weirdest place to knit socks
in the summer. Also like best try, like somebody was riding a horse and knitting. We had socks that went to, I think, Japan and Iceland last year.
Yeah. That might have even been the year before. Yeah. So we just encourage people to knit socks all summer. Yeah. And then share photos of them knitting socks. And even the most mundane summertime exploration is amazing.
Yeah. Like your backyard.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
So that's something that's super exciting. And it's something that keeps us all knitting through the summer.
Yeah. Especially with kids and you're like, ugh, I gotta go to the park again.
Yeah, might as well be knitting while you're at the park. Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna jump back to what's on my needles.
I haven't seen this in a couple of days.
I've only been knitting on the weekends.
Oh, I was like halfway done, y'all. I've seen. Look at that.
This is glow sticks from Debbie Stone, part of the Glow Up collection, and so I have one more repeat, and then I'll get into another color. I love it.
So pretty.
I love it so much.
It's so pretty. It's just so textured.
It is. Yeah. That's totally why I did it.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So I'm loving it. Yeah. That's what's on my needles.
Love it.
Are we just going to jump in?
Let's get
into it, y'all.
So funny. We were, again, typical us. Laura Jean came over here at around 12, and we were sitting trying to decide what we were going to talk about because we hadn't figured it out yet. Because it's on our list of things is to figure out all of our topics, but we haven't gotten to that part of our list yet. So we were talking about what we were going to talk about. And we came up with a topic and realized it's the one we already talked about. And then I almost said
sewing because we're obsessed with
sewing and we're going to be sewing this week.
We're both wearing tops and then my pants.
Yeah. I don't have pants on, but I've got my dress.
I got dress number 1 from that Maria and Brooke made me when I was pregnant with Franny. Oh yeah. It's like my favorite one. Yeah. My Wixton boxy jacket.
Then I've got my, I always wear these. And then,
dress number 1.
Yeah. Dress number 1.
And shirt number 1. I love this.
I love this one. Okay. Anyway. So what we decided to talk about, and it's funny because we were both running around doing other things too. Yeah. And I almost said, we're just so busy to think about these topics. And then I said, that's what we talk about, the culture of busy. Yeah. Because I think we're both very busy, but there's also this culture of busy in our society and especially I think in our industry. And I don't know why.
But I think also generationally, maybe like the hustle culture, having something on the side, always monetizing what we're making. Yeah. And I feel like this is going to lead into a capitalist conversation, which I've been sitting in that for a little while.
Yeah.
And the idea that my value is tied to what I produce.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that I am enough by just being me. If all I did was sit on the couch, I'm still okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If what I need to do today is scroll, that's okay.
And I think that's something that a lot of us don't feel like we can I don't feel like we can admit to or talk about, because if you don't do anything, what, you're not doing anything, and I think a lot of us are busybodies. Like, I'm a busybody in that I can't,
Like
not gossip, but like busy, like physically busy.
Okay.
Like, I can't just watch TV
yeah,
or read,
right.
or for the most part, I can't just read. I need to be knitting too.
Right.
But that's on me, that I just can't, I can't focus.
Yeah.
I need to be doing two things to focus, I think.
Right.
And that's probably a part of the culture of busy.
Right.
Too.
Right.
But just that it's okay if you're not
producing.
Yeah.
So I'm in a business group, and I had to leave because some things were said that I was not comfortable with. But repeatedly, people would post, weekend. What's a weekend? I own a small business. I work 24/7.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
Why would I would never ask that of an employee. Another job business owner would never ask that of me. Why are we congratulating ourselves for working that hard? So like, I never wanted to post and be like, I feel like I then can't post, like, I'm really enjoying my weekend. I'm so happy that I left my work at work.
And especially since you've been, as somebody who's worked closely with you and has known you for a really long time, you've been working really hard to get to a point where you
but I
letting yourself do that. Exactly.
Yeah. You have to just make the choice.
Because you could be working all the time.
Yeah. And I just said to Eric the other night, remember when I used to work all the time? And I'm just sitting in the backyard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, remember when this was all in our house and it was everywhere.
Yeah. Right.
But like, the damage we have done to our bodies because of working all the time.
Yeah,
like,
Kimberly. Yeah.
I have physical health issues because I worked all the time.
And it's not fair. So Kimberly said it's a bit of a status thing, and that I have enough work and I'm in demand enough to be busy all the time. It's almost a mark of success.
Right.
And that's so true. And I think we get a lot of our sense of self-worth from how busy in demand we are in. And there's something also, there's the whole thing, like, I have to work to make money.
Yeah.
So you do have to, you do have to be working, but I think being able to, I don't know, to kind of admit that it's okay. And it doesn't have, you don't have to make a declaration of self-care in order to not be doing anything, like, you can just, I feel like when I had my shop, and my kids were small, and the shop was demanded a lot of my time and energy to physically be there. And I had this terrible thing that was going on for a while where I resented my business for taking me away from my children, and I resented my children for taking me away from my business. And that is and that's the situation you were in.
Yeah. I still feel that way, where if I'm trying to get something done at home and I'm like yelling at the kids of, just get out of my business so I can finish this.
Right.
It's not a good combination.
I still do that too, all the time. Yeah. But it's not like a constant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there could be this constant thing where you're just always.
Yeah. Like I've moved my, like from 8 to 10, once the kids go to bed, that's when I do, my personal work, I guess, of bettering myself.
Yeah.
I've gotten into that habit, because if I try to do that when they're up,
you're just upset with them for wanting your attention or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to the people in our lives either. Yeah. I don't think the culture of busy is fair to the people that we love and that love us. Is that we just, mommy's so busy, she never has time for me, or yeah.
And I think my kids are going to be at the age soon where they're like, stop trying to pay attention to me. I don't want your attention.
So might as well take it. You don't want to regret not having had that time with them.
Yeah.
When they get to the point where they're like, get out of my face, mom. Can't you see I'm doing something?
Because 3 out of 3 are already like, no, go away.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's something that I think is a constant struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm mostly around women professionally, but I think that it's that whole, like, I think a lot of times women are taught that they have to do it all in order to be successful in society.
Yep.
Whether or not you decide to have children, whether or not you have your own business, whether or not you are in a committed relationship with somebody, we're told that women should be able to do it all, and
do more.
Yeah, and we know how to multitask, whereas men don't. There's that whole thing too, right?
It's a load.
making time, doing things just for you or just for your family is like, it's freaking okay, you know?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still feel stressed all the time. And I still like sign up for way too many things and volunteer for way too much stuff. And, you know, right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like a year and a half ago, just started saying no to everybody.
Yeah.
Outside of my business world. I think it was probably when we moved Knitted Wit.
Oh,
and I was on the neighborhood association board thing. Basically, all I did was go to meetings, but it still was emotional work to be in that space.
Time out of your life.
Yeah, and it was an evening away from my family, which that's really hard for our household. And then I was really involved in PTA and in the school building a lot.
Yeah.
And I just pulled back from all of it and said no. And unfortunately, all that time then got eaten up with Knitted Wit moving.
Yeah.
And then my doctor said, stop it.
It's not like you recoup the time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know that we have anything beyond thoughts about it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know that we have solutions or ideas.
But I think it should be acknowledged because y'all, I am so tired of watching or reading other people's posts in our industry, like just almost bragging about how stressful their life is because they're so busy. I'm like, why?
Yeah. Why is that? Why not brag about being able to spend a day hiking with your family, you know?
Yeah.
Or brag about laying on the couch all day reading.
Yeah.
Or having a movie marathon or, you know, just something. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that we all as people who care about each other should encourage the people in our lives to not push themselves until they're physically physically ill or not like, oh, I didn't even eat lunch today. I was so busy.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Where was I this morning? I was getting postcards and the lady checking me out said, oh, what's your plans this weekend? I was like, I gotta work because we're doing open studios tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But to balance that, I'm taking Tuesday off to sew with Shan and Emmy. And I try really hard whenever I am working past like that 8 to 5 thing I did, which I'm even trying to cut back. That there is that recuperation time because without it, it's not good.
Well, and when you work for yourself, nobody's giving you that. You know, when you're working for somebody else, you're like, well, I clocked an extra 8 hours on Saturday, so you know,
right.
So it's like anything else, everybody, it's on us to make sure we're taking care of ourselves,
right,
and doing what we need to be healthy,
and not apologizing for it. Like I try to get justification for my employees. Like,
I know,
I worked, I promise. And they're like, why are you telling us?
I know, like you own this, you own this shit. You can do what you want. Right. Speaking of like funny self-care, my self-care lately has been.
Yeah, I was kind of spaced out there for a minute because I was looking at things.
Yeah, so I used to, before business, before kids, I had a ton of houseplants. I loved houseplants. And
really good.
Yeah, and I just didn't for a long time, for a very long time. And then the local nursery here, Portland Nursery, was having this houseplant sale, and Laura Jean's like, why don't you meet me at the houseplant sale? And I was like, the what now?
Yeah, we rolled up wearing the same shirt too.
Yeah, we had our twin shirts. It's not that we only have one shirt that's the same, but so I started like houseplant collection, and Stefan built me this little table that goes along behind. We have an L couch, a sectional. So he built a little table that goes behind it so I can put my houseplants on and they can get sunlight, and Frida can sit on it and look out the window.
That's so pretty.
Yeah. So I have so many. I got some like dream plants. Like I got a baby monstera that hasn't split the leaves yet. Nice. Some jades.
I repotted last Friday. I was a super grumposaurus at work, and I was like, I don't want to be here. I'm going to do that. And what was really nice was actually doing things that had been on my to-do list that I didn't make time for, like cleaning the shit out of my office, folding all my fabric.
I feel like that kind of stuff is soul filling, you know?
I won't tell Samantha. Hi, Samantha. We talked about you earlier. You'll have to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's soul filling.
Yeah,
Even though it's stuff on the to-do list, it's also stuff that I feel for me, like when I'm able to take time to do some like not cleaning, I hate cleaning, but organization and like, putting my ducks in a row and all that jazz. I feel like more human.
Yeah.
More.
Well, and it's like that's out of that clutter is gone from my head of like things I'm worrying about doing. Sarah May talked about that too from Chicken Boots. She's always like, self-care is sometimes getting your bank statement entered.
Yeah.
That's legit self-care.
It doesn't always have to be like a mask and a soap. Yeah. Totally.
Feels good.
Yeah. So if you all, want to share what you do to get yourself out of that busyness mindset.
We should ask at the start.
But you can also share.
Can we go back
in the comments? Yeah, you can leave comments underneath. You can't. So I think again, the little people running the computer.
Tell us how this works.
But I do think that there are two ways that you can comment on these, and one is the chat as it's going on, which everybody's doing now. But then after the fact, when it's a YouTube, yes, Kimberly.
Yes, it does.
That's totally.
I think that was super admirable too.
Yeah.
Of picking what does work for you and what doesn't.
Yeah, and doing things that might not be traditional, like Instagram self-care,
right?
Things, but things that are taking care of the
long-term health. Yeah,
exactly. So you can also comment on the YouTube. Hi, Frida. Frida's like, give me away.
I think Luna's been bugging her back there. Oh my gosh.
Frida, what do you think? So also self-care can be just like hugging a puppy.
Yes, Emmy. Oh my gosh, Luna Baduna, you are
You're stinky too. Frida's had real bad gas because she's not well, so I think she might have just done something too. Stefan had to take her to the vet yesterday, and he said she was just sitting on his lap tooting. It was like he's a cloud of dog toots.
It's like my kids.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Let's not fight, girls.
I think we might be done.
Yeah. I think our lovely ladies are telling us it's time to be done.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. And if you do want to, if anybody is watching this later and wants to comment, just comment on the YouTube comments underneath the video.
Yeah.
And we will eventually get some show notes from all of the things with
like
links and stuff.
Yeah. We talk about.
Yeah.
If you're in Portland or in the area, tomorrow's open studio 1 to 4.
Yeah. And get there early because I'm shopping.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we have so much.
Yarn by the ounce.
Yeah,
Yarn by the ounce is like amazeballs.
Yeah.
Whatever, Luna.
Is the worst.
All right, thanks for coming, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you next first Friday of the month at the same time.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Luna Baduna.
Little beastie.